It's Sunday, September 4th, 2022, and I'm putting this day in the context of the oxes in the well. We have some beautiful weather, and I'm nearly done my honey pull process. I'll be done probably tomorrow, if not tomorrow, Wednesday, but the forecast looks beautiful for the foreseeable future, and I don't want to delay this. Plus, my bees are hungry. Yesterday, Saturday, a buddy came over and we finished stripping off the honey from my out yard, and so we got that all taken and into the honey house, the hot room. So I've got 32 colonies over there who now have no honey, and they also have no nectar source. I did put a tote of syrup there on, well, I guess I put it there on Friday, and it was gone Saturday, so they definitely don't have the forage that they want. So I thought, I'm going to go over there with another couple pails of water and a bag of sugar and mix up another little tote of sugar syrup on the spot. And then I started reconsidering that and thought, the time I'm going to spend doing that, I might as well get out the real thing. So I've gotten my tote on my trailer. I've got the pump connected to it. I've got my little orange buddy here to lift the sugar bags onto the trailer. And the manual part of this is to lift every bag up onto the top of that tote. So that's what I'm doing. I've got my tank not filled. I've got the water in the tank. I'm going to get the sugar on the trailer here, and then I'm going to get up there, cut those bags open, get them in the tank, and the pump will stir. Well, that was a full day, and it didn't go exactly the way I had wanted, but everything worked well for the most part. I got the syrup mixed up and dragged out the pails, filled up a bunch of pails in the trailer, brought them to the out yard, and I even had help putting them on. Say hi to my lovely helper here. So nice to have my wife help me now and again. She's pretty good about that. So 32 pails, and we're on our way home. It's Monday, September 5, 2022. We're getting on. Robbing has definitely begun to be a problem. Was yesterday and day before the neighbor here was cutting the hay, and that's always a big change. There's always a little bit of alfalfa there for them, and they cut that down, and then the bees lose their mind because they've got nothing. So I don't know if you can see the haze in the air of the bees searching, but what we did this morning, my wife and I, actually, my wife came to help again. She's been really good with helping me. She can see what a pressure this is on me right now to get these bees fed. My big concern is to get the bees fed, but I can't feed a yard if there's honey on the yard. And yes, you still see honey boxes, but they're above escape boards, so the bees can't go up with any syrup into the honey boxes. So we needed to get escape boards on them. Well, I didn't have enough escape boards. Need to get building some of those this winter. And so what we did was we had to come out and we had to harvest honey. We had to pull honey off of 10 colonies here, so then we could take those escape boards, reuse them on the last 10 colonies that didn't have any. So now we've done that, and I've just set out a barrel of syrup just behind my building, actually, right here. So that'll get them something, and I'm going to take a little break for maybe a couple hours, and then I'll come back out here. I need to remove the escapes still from some of the colonies that we've harvested, take those off, get those sealed up, and then I think what I'm going to do after that is, if my body holds out, if I've got the energy left, then I'm going to start filling some of my 2.5 gallon pails and get on some of the colonies that have indeed been stripped of their honey. So that's what's going on today. Nothing too terribly exciting. Nothing you haven't seen before. I was so anxious about this. that I didn't want to stop and do explanations and get the camera out and the tripod and everything. So you've missed all of that. Apologize for that, but I thought I would do this catch up and just kind of let you know that that's what's happened. So again, it's Monday and that's what's happened. And Tuesday, I'm back to the city, so I don't usually get much done out here when I go to the city, but I might be able to. So what I'm thinking is between perhaps this afternoon, and I don't know if I can pull any more honey here today. The bees, they get kind of wild. That's why we came out about, I don't know, it's about 9 o'clock or something, before they kind of started robbing and whatnot. So I'm thinking if I can pull a little honey today, maybe. If I can maybe pull a little bit of honey tomorrow when I get home. Between that and Wednesday, then I can work at this all day Wednesday. Get the honey off, maybe get the pails on even. I'm taking Thursday off. Yes, this is 10 days now, or this will be Thursday will be the 11th day of straight work. So I do need a little bit of a break. I'm going to take a short breather now, a couple hours maybe, and then I'll come back here and straighten up, take some escapes off at the very least. Maybe pull some honey if they'll allow. So that's what's going on. It's Tuesday, September the 6th, 2022. And you can hear my pump running in the background. I've mixed up another tank of syrup. First 2 tanks go pretty fast. So I put another packet of rocket fuel in it. So what I'm doing here right now is I'm getting my little pallets ready. I can't see the screen, but I'm getting my little 2-way pallets here ready. I'm putting an entrance block on them so that I can use them for I call it a honey skid. I just got some pieces that I'd used before for a purpose, and I'm just cutting them shorter to fit over the entrance. So when I harvest honey tomorrow, then I put the honey boxes on these skids, and the bees can't get in the bottom to take my honey from me. So it's been a bit of a long day. I had to go to Winnipeg for an early appointment today. So I did that, did some deliveries, went to the packer, and came home, started mixing syrup. I had to sort around the honey house so I can get all the honey in tomorrow. I want to make an early start of it tomorrow, and I don't want any delays, so I'm trying to get all set up and ready to roll when I get my backside going in the morning. And here's some good news. If all goes well tomorrow and I get that honey pulled, I'm taking Thursday off. I'm taking a day off. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm very stoked. I'm just going to decide to just walk away, take a day off, take a rest. So anyway, that's today's update. Just preparing for honey pull tomorrow. So we'll see what happens then, and I'll take you along. It's Wednesday, September 7th, 2022. Long story short, the nice little microphone I was using went through the laundry. So it's toast. I've ordered a replacement. I'm going to try a little bit of a different kind, although I wasn't terribly unhappy with the one I was using. The one thing I didn't like about it was it had a proprietary app for the camera, and it had a couple of quirks I really didn't care for. So what I'm doing here today is I want to harvest all this honey. I hope I get it all harvested today. I counted up, there's 80 boxes of honey here. And the first thing I want to do though is this little nuke. I want to take this little nuke and I want to just place it here. I'm going to take this box off. It's an empty box. I'm just going to place that nuke there now. And then later on, once they settle down, I'm going to take one of my, I can't even see where they are. They're over here. One of my mated queen mating nukes. And I'm going to use this empty box. I'm going to do a newspaper combine of the two nukes. So this one here is queenless because, let's see, where did it come from? It came from over here. Remember a recent video I had a colony that I had not put a queen excluder on. So I rifled through it, found the queen. I didn't find the queen. I shook everybody down, put a queen excluder. There was a few frames of brood, put them in the second box. So what we've done is taken the brood out of the second box and the bees and made a queenless nuke out of that. And so you wouldn't believe it. I've got, let's see, I've got another one right here that same story, no queen excluder. So that's going to be a bit of work too. I want to get the honey harvested, then I'm going to mess with that. So anyway, I thought I'd make a nuke out of this and use up one of my last mated queens. A little combine there should work out. It's getting really late, it's 7th of September. That's kind of crazy. So today's just honey harvesting day. It's Thursday, September 8th, 2022. I'm taking a day off. Sorta. I didn't quite get all pails on before I quit yesterday, so I just filled some pails with my little pump and syrup tank, and you can see that the syrup tank's getting down. I'm gonna have to mix another tank soon, so it's gonna take, I think it's gonna take 4 tanks to feed all my bees this fall. And so I'm gonna grab those of my little orange helper here, over here, and just take them over and place them on the hives. There's those three, I can't do that, there's those 3 hives that I forgot about. They have to have the escapes taken off, so I'm gonna have to start the smoker and get the veil out, all that kind of stuff. Otherwise this should be a pretty easy little task out there. Get those pails on and then take the day off. It's warm out here, but it's not sunny, it's overcast, which is actually nice. It's kind of a nice day to work. But I'm taking a day off, so I'm not working. Well, I'm kind of working. I might mow some grass. I like mowing grass. And I might go to town. But it's mostly day off up here, right? Let's just take the day as it goes and not worry about anything and not have any big tasks that are weighing on my mind. That's really what the day is about to me. So we're going to get this loaded up, take them out to the apiary. It seems to me there's certain milestones in beekeeping. One is harvest, one is get the first round of pails on, because those two for me are very much interrelated. The pails need to go on, in my opinion, as quickly as possible. I don't like to feed part of a yard, and the honey has to be harvested before the pails go on. So it's always a process to harvest the honey, mix the syrup, and get the pails on. And that is exactly what I've just done. Pails on my entire yard. I don't even know how many are here. I know there's 57 nukes. I know that. I haven't counted the big guys. And there's 32 yet at the other yard. So I'm going to end the season with a few less colonies going into winter than I did last year. But not dramatically. I would say 10%. So hopefully I can make that up next year. That's farming, right? There's always next year, until one year there's not. But this is my day off, so I'm trying not to do too much. I'm doing a couple little things that are kind of fun that never get done, that you know, I don't feel obligated to do. And here's one of them. I've made a little stack of, you can't hardly see them there, these covers. I have a love-hate relationship with these poly boxes. I love the fact that I have them. I love the fact that, you know, the price I paid for them. I hate everything else about them. So one of the things right now is they have no feed hole in the top. So I'm taking all my covers. I've got all these drilled 2-inch feed hole, just like the wooden covers, and I'm just going to take a stack of the remaining few that didn't get drilled and drill them out, because I'm always looking for that one. Oh, this one doesn't have a feed hole. so have to choose a different one or hunt one down. So in a few minutes they'll all be drilled, and then I won't have to have that problem. It's Friday, September 9th, 2022. Back to work today. Thursday was my day off, and I had a great day. I'm hiding in the garage here because it's a little breezy, and I still don't have my microphone. I won't have for another few days probably. So what's today? Today is getting the honey house ready. There's a couple things I need to address in the honey house. My old sump, it's a water jacketed sump, a heated jacketed sump, I guess you call it, and kind of the jacket leaks around the outlet a bit, so I have to take that apart and see how I can make that not leak. It's not the end of the world. I can run without a heated jacketed sump, but it does help quite a bit because it keeps the honey warm, and wax separation is the key there. If the honey is warmer, then the wax will float a little more quickly out of the wax. So that's really the thing I need to address there. And well, I'm going to go over here and show you another thing that I really want to address. This is my buddy's truck. He's just been kind of leaving it at my place for a while. And I wanted to move it, and so I did. And I messed up. I didn't see that it had a flat tire. And I rolled the tire right off the bead. So I hope I didn't damage that rim. So I need to jack this truck up, take that tire off, and get it to town. Get that put back on there and sealed up before Buddy needs his truck. He's not going to need it anytime soon, I don't think, but that's a bad deal. Wreck someone else's stuff like that, that's not good at all. So that's another job. So that means I'm going to town, and that's fine. I need a few things in town. I want to do the sump first, so that if I need parts in town, I can get them. I need to get some fuel. I'm burning up all my gas in my pump. I didn't have much to begin with, and I could use more diesel for the tractor. So anyway, that's today's plan, and there's not going to be much interesting to see, but I'll show you kind of what happens along the way. So I've got my sump pulled out, disconnected from the pump, and here's the issue. Because it's a jacketed sump, meaning there's an inner tank and an outer, and it's made so that you can take it apart. There's a screw here, and you can pull this liner out, for cleaning, etc. That this fitting seals up the outside of the jacket. This fitting goes through to the inside of the tank. So there needs to be a watertight seal here, because when you take this out, then this fitting will go down through there and come right out. And this has this ring on here, right? I have to use my pipe wrench. It's the only thing I got big enough to go around that. And I think there's a gasket in here. I think I can see the remnant of an old gasket right here. So I'm hoping that my plumbing person at the hardware store has a gasket like that. My guess is it's not that unusual, but we'll know when we get there. So that's what we got to do, and we can screw that down and tighten it up and then fill it with water. I've got another situation where this is my last mating nuke with a mated queen, and I've made up a queenless nuke with some brood. And so I'm going to set that nuke in here, and then I'm going to newspaper combine the queen rate portion on top. And I want to stress, do not use me as a good example of what to do, because this might not work, and it may be a really bad idea on the 9th of September. So anyway, here goes. I kind of would like to do this without lighting the smoker. So we'll see how exciting this gets. Maybe it'll be okay. Yeah, and apparently I'm trying to do it without a hive tool too. I've got just an empty drawn comb in the poly box, as this is 5 frames, and the poly box is 6. I'm going to put that empty in the middle because they're filling that with honey or syrup, whatever, filling it with stores. So again, I didn't mention, so there's quite a nice little bit of brood here. That should serve this nuke well. And yes, I use this principle a lot. This queenless nuke that I made up, what is it, Friday? I made this up on Wednesday. So it's been sitting here closed in the nuke for 2 nights is what I always say is my method, and I've had good success with moving them a short distance after that time period of cooling off. They kind of have a limit to the length of their location memory. So there's a nice population here. Looks like a really nice little nuke on there. So now I need to get my newspaper. I've got some sugar water in a sprayer that has Pro Health in it, so it smells. I'm going to spray that really good. I'm going to spray the newspaper. I'll set another box and then put my queen right portion on top. I love this sprayer. If you've never had one of these, this is not a terribly expensive one, but it just pressurizes the vessel, this little pump, and then it sprays for a long, long time on that much. So we're going to really get them soaked down here really good. Put the newspaper, and that helps to stick the newspaper down too. But I will put my hive tool on the upwind side, and then put my second box, grasshoppers and all. Okay, second box, I'm going to spray this really good. Now I'll transfer the queen right nuke. And of course this is 5 frames as well, so I'll need one more frame. Let's see if I can find a frame with some resources. There's a nice juicy wax moth larva right there. There's a patty here, and they're eating the patty. That got them excited. I don't have my smoker going, so stay tuned for all the excitement. I don't know what chance this has. It's pretty weak. You know, just a little bit of brood here. There's my little queen. She's not very big. I don't know if you can see her. She's right there. She's not very big. She's doing her best. It's going to cost me very little to give her a chance. So that chance we will give her. Got a little more pattern laid up here and some on that side. So once she inherits the brood and bees from below, hopefully that'll make the difference to a healthy winter cluster. There's that. I need one more frame. I think I have one over here I can take care. There's nothing in this, but okay, so now I want to give them the patty back, but I don't have the smoker. That is that. Button that up. Push that patty right down. And I even have a little pail here for them. A little pail syrup for their travels. Alright, so that makes 22 poly nukes. So I can see something I should put an entrance reducer here to protect them. There's 21 in here, and then one over there. One little poly nuke right there. So, okay. I'll have to start refilling pails here soon. But I got extracting to do, and I need to go to town today. So we gotta hustle. Well, there we go. I was kind of concerned that would be really difficult. It was a little hard, but I got some wooden blocks under there. Got the tire off. Let's set this up in here. So it rains, it doesn't get covered. And now the tire goes in the truck, goes to town. So I'm back from town. I went to my local hardware store, and Buddy took one look at that, and he kind of said what I was thinking too. He said that looks like a sink connection for a sink, and this seal is really what I needed. It goes right on there, and then this spins down on it, seals that up just like that. I got the metal ring too, the original metal ring, but that should be tight. That should be watertight now. I'll fill it up and see what happens. Okay, the honey house is ready to go. I think that seal on the sump worked perfectly. I think I filled it with water and I don't see it leaking. That's not the end of the world anyway, but you know, it's best to have heat in there if you can. Helps things out. The sump, how it goes is the extractor will extract into the sump, and then there's baffles in there that make the honey go down and up and down, down and up. And so when it forces the wax to go up, then the wax tends to float. You know, nothing's perfect, but it does take a lot out. And then when it forces the honey down again, the wax tends to not want to go down as much. So that gets out quite a bit of wax. And then the pump, which you can't quite see, it's behind the sump here. Well, actually, the pump is here. So that set of baffles kind of protects the pump, because it's just a little 1-inch pump and it doesn't put up with the wax very well. So then it pumps the honey up through the pipe over into my nice big wax melter here, and that's a settling tank, and it's heated too, so I can heat that to whatever temperature. I'm still dialing in exactly how I want to run that. I don't like to get the honey too hot, but I also want to strain the honey out of the tank and into the pails. and then out to storage or out to packing. So hopefully we can hit this tomorrow morning, good hour. I'm bushed for now, and you can tell I'm soaking wet. So I'm gonna go in and see my wife. We're gonna spend an evening together, and then get extracting Saturday morning.